Howdy. This is our Animal Science 107 group project over animal welfare in the livestock industry. My name is Allison Robinson, and my group members include Hugo Martinez, Mason Bird, Nicholas Capriotti, and Riley Van Buskirk.
And describe the procedure as too painful and fight for the use of pain medication for the young calves. Does it produce the desired effects? Well, when young calves are young and their horns aren't all the way created yet, they have or all the way set in their skulls yet, they have a less they have less pain from removing those. When they are adults, they clearly go through a lot more pain because the horns are actually grafted onto their skulls, which is what the popular press article by PETA was talking about as well. You can still see that the scientific article proves otherwise. So, and PETA does not use any kind of scientific methods to back up their claims. They just say that treating cows is bad or dehorning cows is bad. Um, and so yeah, that is the effects of 3D horning techniques on behavior and wound healing in feedlot cattle. Thank you very much, and on to the next slide.
I studied the use of homeopathic remedies replacing antibiotics in the livestock industry. The scientific article I looked at found that homeopathy is a less invasive way of treating illnesses and diseases in livestock. However, homeopathic research on livestock is very scarce. The results of homeopathic remedies on livestock varies on the type of animal, living conditions, climate, and more. The popular press article I looked at found that welfare activists support homeopathic remedies because it is a natural treatment. However, many question if homeopathy results in better production for livestock. Overall, homeopathy is a controversial topic in the livestock industry because many question if it is actually effective. These diagrams and graphs come from the articles I looked at and represent the research done.
Thank you, Allison. I will now be talking about the use of anesthesia in animals' perceived stress levels. More than half of the farmed animals in the United States undergo at least one painful physical altercation throughout the course of their lives. This is currently done with little to no anesthesia. Animals are like humans, and they go through responses to stress through a series of reactions. The stressful event, an appraisal, an emotional arousal, they put up defensive barriers, and once those fail, they will go into behaviors like depression and sickness. When the animals get depression and sickness, it will lead to a lack of production and ultimately can lead to death. I will now be passing it to Mason to talk about animals and habitat conditions.
Portion of this project on proper animal housing containment. In my scholarly article, I found that animals living in open pastures versus cage were found to be a lot happier and healthier physically and mentally. The article kind of goes into depth on what is expected to for these animals to prosper with proper space, air ventilation, proper lighting, and getting plenty of physical activity because they need movement like humans do. And popular article. It was a big farmer survey over cattle ranchers switching to a more of an open pasture design instead of an enclosed feedlot operation, keeping animals out of cages, and they believed that this was the better way to raise their cattle for moral reasons because the animals are a lot happier in a wide open range rather than being confined to a small space.
I did my part of the project over how innovative livestock management practices are reshaping how farmers promote animal health and sustainability. My scientific article focused on how both castration and weaning significantly alter the microbial communities in the rumen, which can affect digestion and overall health. My popular press article emphasized the need for sustainable farming practices and how different treatments on his farm to reduce the reliance on antibiotics and animal husbandry. The graphics show how the rumen microbiome of beef cattle conveys the impact of castration timing and weaning strategies on microbial communities.
In conclusion, animal welfare is a controversial and complex topic. Practices such as dehorning, homeopathy, anesthesia for stress control, animal housing, and time castration on beef cattle are hot topics in animal welfare. And this diagram shows the different factors that go into determining the welfare state of an animal.